Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my humble casa in Livingston, Montana. Okay, I'm going to do some commentary, if you will, on the Kel-Tec KS7 shotgun. Now, I've only owned this thing for about 3 or 4 days now, but I've messed around with it a lot. I've read the owner's manual. I've taken it out and shot it. I've done several videos. And I thought it would be interesting, if nothing else, maybe save somebody some trouble, if I sat down here and gave my, at this point in time anyway, what I don't like, if you will, about this jobber right over my shoulder there. Like I say, it's a Keltec KS7 bullpup shotgun. Let me grab up this piece. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this through this video just as expeditiously as I can, so hang in here with me. Okay, for the life of me, take a look, ladies and gentlemen. See, right here, they put a nice fiber optic little bead, a nice fiber optic little sight right there. But on the back, okay, this carrying handle here, right back here, see this white stripe? This is the only hillbilly upgrade that I've done to this firearm. Yeah, this is the only stump jumper barnyard upgrade that I've done. I've taken a piece of that glow-in-the-dark tape, that craft tape, glow-in-the-dark. You guys know. Well, if you don't, go down to your local craft store. But I took a skinny little piece, about 1/8 of an inch wide, carefully melded it there on the polymer, because they got this little tab that sticks up, like maybe not quarter of an inch, but 1/8 of an inch by about 1/8 of an inch, and that rear tab is supposed to be the rear sight, if you will, that you center underneath the fiber optic back here. Dumb. Real dumb. I mean, come on, Keltec, you can do better than that. They should have put that little tab so you can at least see it, color it, put a little piece of, glow-in-the-dark tape on it, or a little tiny piece of fiber optic or something, but just to leave a piece of OD polymer sticking up there that you can't see, ridiculous. Okay. I didn't like that right off the get-go. And like I said in previous videos, whatever you do, if you buy one of these goofy things, make sure that you read this owner's manual. It'll save you some grief, especially when it comes to loading and unloading this thing, because this is not exactly like your daddy's shotgun. Okay, what else am I not liking about this? Okay, let me speak about this short stroking thing. If you watch a video that I did yesterday, you're going to see me having trouble because I was short stroking this. That means when you don't, do the full thing like this, the full cycle. To me, it seemed to me like it doesn't. On this particular piece right here, it's pretty smooth. Okay, the pump action is fairly smooth. And it doesn't seem to me like you got to do it real fast, because cycling this pump action real fast it was getting me in a little bit of trouble anyway. But in order for this action to work right, from what I'm seeing, you need to stroke it all the way back and all the way forward. In other words, eject, load, like that, okay? Just avoid short stroking. What I'm trying to say is this particular piece here, along with its big sister, the KSG, has what they call a short stroking problem, okay? Now, the next thing is, when it comes to ammo for this thing, I think this piece is ammo picky. I can't even sit here and tell you whether you should run 2 3/4 inch in this. You're going to have to find this out for yourself, or 3 inch, or buckshot, or birdshot, or slugs, or whatever have you. you're going to have to figure out what, you're going to have to play around with some ammo to figure out what works well with your KS7, because this thing is a little finicky. So what I'm trying to tell you is if you're out at the range or wherever your favorite shooting spot is with this gooby thing, and it's acting up, double feeding, jamming up and doing all kinds of stuff, change ammo. Personally, myself, I don't like that. I think it's total BS. The reason being is because I bought a Benelli one time, a tactical Benelli, a conventional shotgun, not like these bullpups, and that thing could shoot anything you throw in it. I don't care if it's 2 3/4 inch, 3 inch, 3.5 inch. You know, I just think it's really ridiculous that a guy goes out and spends dang near $500 for a shotgun like this and find out that it's ammo picky. But that's what I believe I've got my hands on here. Okay. Also, I highly recommend watch a video that I recorded yesterday. What's the date today? Today is the 9th of March. I recorded one yesterday where I was out in the field shooting this thing, making a horse's ass out of myself. But you can see me flinching all over the place, and I had not misfeed. Well, they were misfeeds, but they weren't double feeds. And I was having all kinds of problems. You know, well, because the shotgun was just, it didn't like the ammo that I was using. I was using some 10-year-old number 3, 3-inch, 12 gauge, number 3 birdshot, real old ammo, and it wasn't digging it. So you're you know, okay. Another major thing that I'm seeing here, this Mickey Mouse recoil pad right here. This thing's pathetic. I don't understand why Keltec just doesn't, you know, add a few bucks in here and put a more decent recoil pad. Now, Packmeyer's got a real nice slip-on that I'm looking at. Keltec has even got a fatter, beefier recoil pad that they'll sell you for $45. Because this guy right here, if you look at the thickness on this, we're only talking about a half an inch. There's 1,000 kinds of nonsense because the kick on this, the recoil on this is straight back because the tube, the barrel and the chamber and stuff ends right back in here. And let me tell you what, the brunt of the force of this recoil, believe it or not, I wasn't noticing that much muzzle flip, but this thing coming straight back was horrendous. It was like getting punched in the arm by Mike Tyson or something. Because yesterday I made the mistake of inadvertently squeezing off a round, and I didn't have this embedded into my shoulder real tight. I paid for that one. It hurt. I mean, this thing, it woke me up. It caused my dentures to fly across the field and all that other stuff. Okay, there's another thing too. Right here. See this nut right there? You can take that off. You need to use an impact wrench. There's information all over the internet. But this is a nut cover, if you will, for the threading on that barrel that allows you to put a muzzle brake. And there's a company called Hi-Tech that's got a muzzle brake out. It's called Howitzer M70. They actually designed the muzzle the muzzle brake from one of our old military howitzers. But I'm thinking on getting one, but you need a special socket for this, and the muzzle brake itself was, I don't know, you're talking like $120 for the thread lock, the socket that breaks this nut off, and then for the muzzle brake itself. And there's several other muzzle brakes too, but I'm definitely thinking on getting one of those because on that Hi-Tech M70 muzzle brake, a howitzer M70 muzzle brake, it's supposed to reduce the recoil and all that by about 70%. I don't believe that. I mean, even if it reduced at 40%, I'd be happy. But there's several of them. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind quite yet. I haven't quite got to that point. But there's two things that I'm going to do to rectify this god-awful kicking on this thing, and that's a muzzle brake, installing an aftermarket muzzle brake, and getting a better recoil pad on here. Okay, and another thing that cracks me up. Look at this handle right here. Who does this? This is ridiculous. They make plugs, you're going to charge you $20-25, put a plug in this handle. I guess the idea is you could put a few rounds in here or some survival stuff. Why in the world, out of the factory, don't they put you a plug on here? That's kind of a rip-off as far as I'm concerned. It's just like this rear sight. They should have fixed. It wouldn't have cost that company that much money to fix that up a little bit better. Okay. Now, I don't know. I'm going to forget something, I know, but, person needs to get into the habit of, like I say, this short stroking business. You need to do this, all the way, up and down. Because if you short stroke, you're going to have problems loading and unloading these rounds. I've already discovered that. You need a way to tame down this recoil and all that. So, personally, myself, I'm not hanging a bunch of optics up here, shell carriers, flashlights, lasers. I'm not doing all that kind of stuff. Because the way it is with me, if I can't get this piece tamed down and doing what I want it to do, I'm going to get rid of it. Because here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, just plain and simple. If you have a firearm that you've got recoil anticipation, in other words, you're sitting here anticipating a heavy recoil, you'll never be a good shot with that firearm. You can see me doing that yesterday in my yesterday's video. I was hopping and jumping all over the range out there because that's the way this piece had me. You got to be able to comfortably settle in, get a good side picture, squeeze the round off, and obtain some accuracy. Because without accuracy, what's the point? You're just throwing lead all over the place. So far, in under a week, there's some things about this Kel-Tec KS7 that I don't like, that I got to get settled out. But I'm not giving up on it until I try. I'm going to fix it up a little bit, not much. Like I've said before on my channel, I am not a tactical guy. There ain't nothing tactical about something like this that comes out of the box that really isn't ready for field use. Because when I was in the military, when we used to get armament, for the most part, it was ready to go. Now, the reliability of it and all that was a different problem, But anyway, that's just my little insight. Okay, what else am I forgetting? And also your cheek pieces. This is steel right here, and your cheek is right on that. So, they make a cover for this, so that might be a good idea. You can also get a grip for this pistol grip right here. That might be a good idea. So, yeah. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my first complaints or gripes or observations on owning this Keltec KS7 for under a week. Okay, thank you very much. I need to shut up here and get going. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on down the trail, ladies and gentlemen. And adios, my friends.